Hey guys, here with round two. Hopefully we can play faster. I'm going to work on playing faster right now by hitting the keep button as quickly as possible. There's no reason to play out our Sidisi's Faithful in turn one, so I'm going to play out our Evolving Wilds. I'm also talking faster because me talking is part of what makes me play slower. Hopefully you can still understand me. We're going to sack our Evolving Wilds, get a swamp. We're also not going to play our Faithful. The way I feel about them is like, there's a reason to play your Faithful. Uh, your opponent has aggro, out there against you, or you need something to bounce something, then it's good. It's great. But if you don't need either of those things, then there's no reason to play it. Because you can save it to be used in a more advantageous situation. Okay. Our opponent's still not doing anything, so we're also not going to do anything. Right now, you'll notice we're actually winning on the clock, but that's because we've done absolutely nothing other than play land. Well, we did sack an Evolving Wilds. That is time-consuming. Let's see what happens here. Our hand's pretty nice. I mean, it's a slow one, certainly. Okay, there's a morph. I think we just play out our Faithful now as a blocker. We're not going to sacrifice a creature. We're just playing it as a blocker. If it's like a Misthoof Kieran or whatever, that's kind of annoying, but certainly not the end of the world. We have the Dream of Dragonlord's Prerogative and Living Lore, which is pretty nice. That is the dream for this deck. Living Lore actually did some work last game. We made kind of a mistake in case in icing what we did. If we hadn't, maybe we would have won within the time limit, but probably not. All right, Sandstep Outcast is a huge pain. It's a great card. Got flying damage coming our way any minute now. I'm just going to pass turn. Yeah. No point in using really any of our spells right now. I mean, at the end of his, we'll see what he does. We may want to Ojutai's Breath for one reason or another, but I think it's unlikely. And we'll take a big 1 damage here. Okay, we will play some magic. So I think we just pass again. At the end of his turn, we'll Dragonlord's Prerogative. Hopefully draw into some more action, and then we can play Living Lore next turn too. Probably be able to Living Lore and keep up Ojutai's Breath. So yeah, everyone's swinging. About what I expected. We'll block here. Take 5. All right, he does have a lot of creatures out there, which isn't great for us. But now we're gonna Dragonlord's Prerogative, and hopefully that will do something for us. At the very least, it'll give us a 6/6 Living Lore, which will be nice. Okay, that defeat's also really nice. We're probably gonna make use of it. Yeah, we'll play out our Living Lore. Who will become a 6/6. And yeah, I think we will use, that was a weird thing that just happened. We'll defeat one of the morphs. How about that one? Okay, it was probably a good one to hit when our opponent's running as many He has assault road ambushers, so still swinging with everything, which is pretty nuts, but I'm okay with that. We're gonna block thusly. Our living lore doesn't have to be sacrificed, and we're not going to bother sacrificing it right now. Okay, Sandblast sucks. Now we probably will sacrifice it. Trying to decide. Yeah, drawing 4 more cards is probably better than just killing a Sandstep Outcast, right? Yeah, probably. Okay, apparently it doesn't work that way with living lore. All right, we can get our living lore back, which is nice. We're going to play our dutiful attendant with that purpose in mind. We're also going to play a Gurmag Drowner since it will muck up the ground, and I think we will go ahead and sacrifice our dutiful attendant to it. And we'll get back our living lore. Probably. What else? I don't think we have anything else of super. That's all we had, so. Now we get to do this, and we'll definitely take our Aven Surveyor. And then I'll end my turn. We will not attack. What do we have in here now? We can get defeat back, which isn't bad. With our living lore, that is. Okay, Den Protector's annoying. Question is, what does he get back? Sandblast, makes sense. Can't block the Den Protector. So, that's a lot of fun. We're going to have to lock it down probably with Ojutai's Breath. Bouncing it with Aven Surveyor isn't ideal because you can just do that crap all over again. So we're going to bounce the Morph. And then just keep mana up for was a Guardian Shield Bearer, okay. And keep mana up for like Ojutai's Breath, which because of that I'm gonna actually swing with my Drowner. Alright, so the Drowner gets in there. Okay, he's Hunt the Weaking, and we don't have anything we can do in response to that other than tapping the guy down, which is what we'll do. Makes it so we only take 1 this turn. Okay, so now we hit the other guy, the Spirit. Okay, so first we swing. Getting back Ojutai's Breath with Living Lore seems pretty nice right now. Probably what we're going to do. We do know he has a Sandblast in his hand, though, so he can pretty effectively deal with our Living Lore, but we're going to play out a lot of dudes right now, which is kind of weird for this deck to do. Yeah, I think Ojutai's Breath is probably the most useful. And then we'll also play a Sultai Skullkeeper. Maybe we should have done that first, given our Living Lore more options, I guess. I didn't think about that. Well, he wouldn't have had any more options, at least. We know he's got the Sandblast, so I'm guessing he'll use it on Living Lore. Hey, we've played a lot of Living Lores here, if nothing else. Alright, that guy's plenty annoying. He doesn't have the mana up for Sandblast, so that's pretty nice for us. I think, especially because he's mana screwed, I'm probably going to swing with everything and whisk away his whatever, the block. And then I'm going to sacrifice Living Lore here to tap down that Protector. Okay, he's taking it all, which is nice for us. We will tap here. We'll play a Zephyr Scribe. And actually, reducing stature, while not great on this, is actually pretty good right now because we can make it so we can block it anyway. Although it's tapped down right now, so there's no point in wasting the time to do that when we can use Whisk Away. Okay, another flyer is bad news, but we can affect this well. Of course, he can move counters to it, so that's bad too. We're probably gonna have to wait to use Whisk Away on it until after he moves counters around at some point. Probably gonna be our ideal move. We take one in the air. Okay, well, I think I'm going to put Reducing Stature on the Sunstriker, which will get him to move counters over to it, which will then make him pretty whisk-awayable. Attractive as a whisk-away target. Risk-away target. Whisk-away. I can't talk. I need to pay one more. So we do. Maybe I should have dug first there. I didn't really want to, though. I think I'm going to swing with my Sage here. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I didn't realize, by the way, that the Living Lores thing wouldn't rebound. So actually, we're in a pretty big amount of trouble. But yeah, we're going to swing anyway. And we'll trade and get to draw a card. No? Okay. That makes sense for him. That does give us one less thing to worry about in the air, though. I'm going to have to whisk away the Den Protector, which is really going to suck because he can just morph it and get a card back now once he draws it. But I think that's what we're going to have to do here when he attacks. Otherwise, we're going to take 5 damage. We can't block. It's too bad that it didn't. I guess you have to cast cards from your hand for rebound to happen. Okay. We'll whisk it away. I don't want to use the Zephyr Scribe's ability. There's no reason to. Does suck having to whisk away a Den Protector, but we basically had, didn't have much of a choice in the matter. Starting to fall behind in time now. All right. What we really need to draw is one of our big finishers. And we can try to right now. We don't have anything that costs double black, actually, so I'm going to untap an island. So we're also going to do this. All right, great. There's one of them. We'll discard an island. And then, so actually now we can just cast our Gravecrawler. Yes, that's what it's called. This dude, and it's a pretty good play right now. So I think that's what we're going to do. Gravecaller, not Gravecrawler. I've been playing that red-black zombie deck a little too much, so it seems. I'll sack our Jeskai Sage, draw us another card, get 2 zombies, which is really good right now. That 1/1 flyer he has is a nuisance, and we know he's going to get probably a Sandstep Outcast back or something like it. So we've got to try to win fast here. So we just have to pass the turn now. Ended up not playing a spell that would untap that, but that's okay. We've got a pretty nice board on the ground here. I mean, he is going to draw his Den Protector, and he is going to be able to pay it face down and morph it and get something back, but he won't be able to play whatever it is. And I think Alpha Striking next turn is going to be pretty nice for us. Okay, wait, what's he doing? Okay, Inspiring Call gets to draw him a card. So now he's going to get past, yeah, that's all it ended up doing, was drawing him a card. And he can play the Den Protector face down, flip it, and then he just has 2 mana left, is the good news. I mean, if that's what he wants to do. We know he still has a Sandblast in his hand, too, incidentally. So keeping mana up. He may have Enduring Victory and Sandblast in his hand right now. We can now deal with this Spirit, and that's probably what I'm going to save that Dousing Gloom for, because we got the ground pretty well covered right now. I'm going to swing with our Gravecrawler and our Drummer, and our Hand of Silumgar. I'm pretty sure, and we know he has Sandblast. I mean, that's a given. So we know he has that. He's going to Sandblast here and use it to try to save his dude. It'll save this dude and it'll kill something else. But if he does it like this, he's not really reaping all the benefits. Right, there's the sandblast. What's he hitting with it? He's hitting that. I'm fine with that. I mean, nothing happens except he takes 3 damage, and we trade 1 for 1. I'm okay with that. All of those things. Still game 1, by the way. This is a very, very slow controlling deck we have. He may also have Enduring Victory, but he doesn't have the mana for it. What does he got? He's putting a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay, that makes me want to doubt. So he's going to do that to try to kill our Gurmag Drowner. So he puts the counter here. That makes him, so he's a 3/3 and then a 4/4. So we're just going to Douse and Gloom, and we're going to Douse and Gloom this guy so we can kill it. Although we get 2 for 1 that way, don't we? Maybe we should kill the Salt Road Quartermasters instead. Yeah, we will. I chose target creature. Thank you. Right, he goes to 5. He is left with a pretty big Dragon Bell Monk, but not too big. That's a nuisance. Makes his Shield Bearer a 3/2. Actually, it can make his Flyer a 2/2. That's probably what it'll do, which is also bad news for us. Yeah, but we've got Enhanced Awareness. Hopefully that can find us something, right? We'll take the 2. Even Surveyor would be nice. I think he already killed it though. As I say, if he doesn't play a blocker, he's dead. So there's a blocker. All right, we're going to Enhanced Awareness right now. All right, the Misfire Adept's nice to hit. It may help us win this game. Oh, that Sidisi's Faithful is really nice to hit. Helps lock down the ground even more. And we can bounce that troublesome flying token into Oblivion. And we'll sacrifice a Skullkeeper. Bounce the Flyer. And we're going to swing here. I mean, if he wants to... Well, he can like triple block and we'd only lose. So maybe I'm not going to swing there. He could triple block and we can only kill 1 dude right now. So we're just going to play our Mistfire Adept. Our hand's empty now. Our opponent knows that, but we're going pretty wide on him. And we can start making our dudes fly. Yeah, Den Protector. Hunt the Weak is coming back. Makes sense. Makes sense indeed. I would guess he's going to kill our Mistfire Adept. I mean, and probably he's going to put the counter on his Den Protect. Yeah, that way his Den Protector can't be blocked. Which makes us go to 1. Okay, so we need to draw something that can... Something awesome. That's not awesome. It's a little more awesome, but we're still going to die to that. So we'll just swing with everything. We couldn't have done lethal no matter what, so if this guy had shown up earlier, we could have. All right, we wipe his board basically, but this Den Protector can still kill us. So I think we just scoop. Well, this deck's been pretty fun, and it's been competitive, but it hasn't been able to get over the hump. We won 1 game in the first round, and we're going to try to win another. We can try to win 2 games here, but time is an issue. Oh, I should have decided in case in ice. I forgot about it. That's not good. Oh, we're still recording here. I kind of forgot about that. So we're waiting between the 2 rounds here. Our opponent's sideboarding, so I will pause. All right, game 2 is now starting. I will play first. God, we're just getting some bad hands here. We got to mulligan that. This one's okay, not amazing. It is nice to get a Gravecrawler in the opener. Gravecaller, rather, but yeah. Might actually get in for some early damage this time around. Look at that. That's pretty nice, too. We'll play our Skullkeeper first. See what we mill into our graveyard. I'm all right with that. Might have been nice to hit something that Living Lore could eat up later, but... Wow, Den Protector on turn 2 is interesting. I guess you realize, I mean, it can get through for a lot of damage against this deck. It's good against, you know, my guys with big booties. And this creature won't be able to block it either. That's all right. Probably, oh, I was expecting a Sandcrafter Mage. All right, so we swing again. It's unfortunate we milled 2 lands and we're still drawing a lot of them. 1 more was all we really wanted. We can play out our guy, our Gravecaller next turn, so we're probably going to block something here with the Jeskai Sage. And we'll draw a card, take 2. Another land. Alright, defeat's pretty nice though. We can defeat, I think that's just what I'm going to do now, is just defeat the Den Protector. Although, maybe not. No, we're going to go ahead and just play our Rakshasa Gravecaller. Sack our Sultai Skullkeeper. Didn't swing first because he would have just blocked, and then we would have had to sack the Gravecaller to itself, which just wouldn't have been great. And we have defeat if we need it, and we lock up the board pretty nicely. I mean, even if he manages to bolster this, we'll be pretty happy. All right, he's going to attack with those 2. We'll see what he does here. Make him do something. All right, bolster 4. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, we're going to lose this one. There's no way we don't. Should have defeated it when we could have, I guess. Because, yeah, we can never block this Den Protector. Nothing in our deck is big enough to block that now. So, we're in pretty big trouble. That can try to find us a way out of said trouble, but I don't think it will. But we're going to swing first. I mean, the best we can do is try to put pressure on him, but I mean, he can hit us so much damage so fast that... So we're going to defeat that. And we're going to play out our Drowner. None of this does us any good, really. I'll get the hand. Yeah, that's rough. No wonder he played it on turn 2. When he had a Dramoka's, Dramoka's Gift. Makes sense. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, we're just going to scoop. I mean, we have reducing stature, but it's not going to do anything for us. It'll make him still have 5 power because it was +1/+1 counters, so we lose. Game 1, we were pretty competitive against this guy, but Game 2, this souped-up Den Protector wasn't something we could deal with at all, so we're just going to scoop here. So on to round 3.